Hello everyone, very warm welcome to video on essay perspectives. I have told many times in previous videos that practicing around 25 to 30 essays before mains will give you a very good advantage to score 150 plus marks in the mains exam in the essay paper. This can be done by writing regularly an essay to our weekly essay topics. For example, today's topic is given on based on the ongoing issue of what we are denying to our poor migrant population, right? So in these essay perspective videos, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to help you inculcate ability to think multidimensionally from different angles, from different perspectives, so that your thought process is unique, original, and creates an interest in the minds of readers of your essay. So that element of interest, if sustained from beginning to end, will be huge advantageous, and in your favor the marks will be given. This you have to keep in mind before you write an essay. So today's topic is a quote by Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was the president of the United States of America. It says that the test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much, it is whether we provide enough for those who have too little. So the key word is the test, progress, abundance, and have much means rich people, and then can we provide enough to the poor people who have too little. While reading the first phrase itself, that is the from here to here, you should think of very fundamental questions. The test of our progress means here our progress, like of course he might be referring to the progress of American people. And while you are writing this essay, how are you going to think on this particular word, our progress? So you want to talk about economic progress? Do you want to talk about moral progress? You want to talk about societal progress? Do you want to talk about overall human progress? Do you want to talk about uh, progress for all the living beings, right? So who forms a key dimension here within which you can have different perspectives, and then is not whether more we add more profits to the abundance of already people are rich to those who have much. So here again it's relative. In some part of the world, in a poor country, a person with few acres of land and few ownership of few cattle may be the richest person in that particular society or a country, and in another country a person with $1 billion may be the richest, right? But both the societies or both the economies with their own notion of progress might add more to the abundance of these rich people, right? So Franklin D. Roosevelt wants to say that, so that is not actually the progress. The test of progress is how much we can add to the people who have too little. So here the second part, we have people who have too little implies that people who are very poor, who are deprived of the basic bare necessities of life. When you are the quote is given mainly because of the ongoing migrant crisis that is taking place in India, that is unraveling in most parts of the India, where people who are migrating from certain urban centers to their villages, walking hundreds of miles and pedaling cycles with all the family, are dying everywhere in accidents and because of starvation, because of denial of certain rights and all those things. So when we look at the challenge thrown out because of COVID, what do you think of the progress that we have made so far? Right, it's not particularly with respect to one government. We have to think from our journey since independence. So the kind of system we established at that time, enacting a constitution, writing constitution and then enacting and following it was a progress for a very young nation. Then conducting elections regularly following democratic processes was progress. So that is in political sense, in polity sense, kind of progress. Then parallelly, what kind of progress we made with respect to enhancing or advancing or improving the well-being of the population. So this is with respect to India. The same question can be asked with respect to the world. So there are key points in the history of mankind, especially with respect to colonialism, racism, apartheid, and the slavery and all those things. So from there, and also the dark ages and before Renaissance. So whatever progress like we have made, whether scientifically, with respect to discoveries, with respect to inventions, with respect to creating more wealth and creating more different economic systems. We have capitalism. The notion of progress is the kind of capitalism we are practicing. It's ruthless implementation across the world is also considered as progress. So there are points of progress with respect to improving the conditions of the people. But even in the richest countries, what we see that people are not happy everywhere, whether in poor countries or whether in rich countries. So progress in terms of improving the happiness of the people, have we achieved that? You should ask the question. And you know you can make arguments that of course there has been progress, but again, was this progress always meant to add more to the abundance of those who have much? For example, if a car, invention of a car was a progress, or invention of aeroplane was a progress, to whom did it add? uh, uh, okay, that is one question. So at the same time, whatever dimension you discuss, you have to keep both parts of the essay in your mind. You cannot just get carried away with respect to the test of our progress and go on saying that so we have progressed so far from here to there and all those things. So whatever dimension you pick, for example, if you want to pick up slavery, or in the Indian context, if you want to pick up things like untouchability, manual scavenging, which even today exists. So what kind of progress you want to speak? We have had socio-religious movements, and so today we still have these untouchability, manual scavenging, and discrimination against women, and not forget discrimination, it is outright killing of women, children, minorities, lynching and all those things. We have all those things. It's not like new phenomenon, like past 1 or 2 decades we have these things. Now only we are seeing more of them. So these problems that exist should go on giving you food for thought with respect to writing this essay. And you should ask a question like, okay, from what is the next notion of progress for humankind? So from here, where do we go? For example, now we are practicing social distancing and being hygienic, and at the same time we want to be more empathetic, and we want to contribute to each other's growth in coming days. But from here, what kind of progress you want to see? So health is an extremely important area. So life expectancy in terms of eliminating hunger, starvation, in terms of providing the basic healthcare facilities to each and everyone. So that is, of course, we keep talking about it. From there, where do you go? Okay, you provide health to everyone. So it should come to things like, intangible things like, happiness, peace of mind, and overall creation of peaceful environment, enabling environment for people to realize their capabilities. So something like this, you have to think about them, and you have to be critical about why. Then you should ask, okay, why we always think of enhancing the riches of the already rich people. We like, when I say we, it's about democratic countries. They appear to, give out so much to poor people in terms of so many schemes, packages, and whatnot, but they don't reach the poor people. Why does it happen? Right, even now government has announced so much of money, but it is anybody's guess that how much of it will actually reach to the poor people. Will it improve their living condition? Is it a permanent solution? Right. So you should ask those questions in the light of what is the measures being taken right now across the world and in India. And yeah, I keep telling that don't be too much of India centric when you write essays like this. Think of examples from around the world, developed countries, developing countries, poor countries, poorest countries, and try to enrich your essay. And at the same time, in the end, never forget about women. What does it like when we talk about progress? We are talking about humankind. Within that, then there is half the population, nearly half the population of women. So we are not taking them with us, in our paradigm, or in the discourse of progress. So they are missing. They are missing in the our progressive policies, or systems, or whatever it is. And yeah, so these are, many questions and many answers which you can write in the essay. For everything you write, what you need to do is collect some facts and examples. For example, whenever you write health related, WHO will have a document where you will get very good facts. If you want to write with respect to environment, that is an extremely important dimension. So with respect to environment, when you are writing, that for me the test of our progress is also how much we care for our environment also, right? And the kind of climate justice we are fighting nowadays, then of course justice for the vulnerable people. And when we give justice, that is actually progress. Then there is denial of justice. So many things are there. Try to accommodate each and everything from beginning to end. Don't spend too many words on explaining only one theme. Within one theme, again try to explore sub themes, bring them, but always remain very close to the topic. Don't get deviated. For example, there are two parts, and entirely it has one meaning. So don't spend too much of on one part, or just criticizing the government. Try to balance. And if your essay has some futuristic suggestions, from here where we can go. So those kind of essays, if your thoughts are very mature, unique, and substantiated with some logical arguments and facts, will always get extremely good marks. Essay is about originality and bit of imagination. So if that is very evident, you will actually get very good marks. It is easy to write what is already there in front of us, but it is bit difficult to write what is not there now. To think and write. So that part which will ultimately get you very good marks. So wish you all the best. Definitely write an essay for this particular topic, and post it on the website under this particular essay challenge. Wish you all the best. Once again, take care. We will be coming up with more videos. Do watch and do practice. Just don't watch and just don't go with your routine way. take your pen and paper and write the essay. Okay, thank you.